Hello friends, how are you all? Let us start with our topic. In the last topic, we have seen the methods of calculation of national income, that is value added method and the output method. Both of it, yes, only in the last lecture we have completed that is the final product approach and value added. Now we have to see the precautions. That means while calculating of the national income, what precautions should be taken while applying these methods. Okay, the very first precaution is to avoid double counting. Only the value of final goods and services must be taken into account. Already I explained you this, that while calculating the double counting should be avoided. The example of braid and example of shirt we have seen. So I think all of you are getting cleared about this. Now the goods used for self consumption by farmers should be estimated by a guesswork. That means imputed value of goods produced for self is included in national income. So see the farmer who produces or who deal with agricultural goods, what he used to do, goods used for self consumption. That means if he is producing wheat in his field, what he didn't sell all the goods what he have produced, because he some part of his goods he keep as his self consumption. Okay, so this while calculating the national income, what are the goods of final goods which are ready for the sale, those goods, those value only we have to consider. Indirect taxes included in the market price are to be deducted, and subsidies given by the government to certain products should be added for accurate estimation of national income. Nowadays indirect taxes are not there because GST has been there. So while calculating the national income, we have to take calculate the GST according to the CGST and SGST. Both those, I think both are there. We have to consider only one while calculating the national income, because we, as if we are considering the national income as a nation or as a whole. Therefore, again, while calculating this, the proper care should be taken that which GST we have to take. Subsidies also given are to be deducted. Subsidies just like on the cylinder, gas cylinder, subsidies given by the government. Therefore, we have to purchase the cylinder at a little lower price, because otherwise if there is no subsidy, it will be more than 1000 for the cylinder. Okay, while evaluating output, changes in the price level between different years must be taken into account. That means there may be a price change between the years. That means at the starting of the year, if there will be a, whatever the price of the product is there, it may not be at the end of the year. So we have to take into account this change. Depreciation of capital assets should be deducted. In the formula only we have seen that depreciation should be deducted. What is mean by depreciation? It is a value of the asset for its use, or we can say whenever we use the asset, its value diminishes. Sale and purchase of second-hand goods should be ignored as it is not a part of current production. This is one of the important thing. When the goods are sold on a second-hand basis, that means already that cost or that value of goods is included in the final goods, and therefore second-hand goods is not included while calculating the output method of the calculation of national income. Okay, I think all of you are getting clear about these precautions. So now let us go further. In India, this method is applied to agriculture, mining and manufacturers including handicraft, but it is not applied for transport, commerce and communication sectors in India. That means this method is restricted to some areas only. Okay, let us start with the another method, that is income method. This method of measuring national income is also known as factor cost method. This method estimates national income from the distribution side. First we have seen from the producer side, now we have to see from the distribution side. The income payment received by all citizens of a country in a particular year are added up, that is income that accrue to all factors of production by way of rent, wages, interest and profits. All of you know about this. Then whenever we talk about the factors of production, their income is in the form of rent, wages and interest and profit. But income received in the form of transfer payments are ignored. The data pertaining to income are obtained from different sources, for instance from income tax returns, reports, books of accounts as well as estimate for small income. That means again this is also the income source. Whenever we pay taxes to the government, government का ये source है कि वहाँ से उनको income मिलता है. That means जो हम लोग tax pay करते हैं, that is the income of the government. Okay. Now GNP can be treated as the sum of the factor incomes earned as a result of undertaking economic activity on the part of resource owners and reflected in the production of the total output of goods and services during any given time period. Again the GNP, all of you know about this. GNP according to income method, gross national product according to income method. What we have to consider: rent, wages, interest, profit plus mixed income and net income from abroad. Net income, rent, all of you, net income from abroad means you know that it is export minus import. So NI is equal to R plus W plus I plus P. All this and MI, that is mixed income. Mixed income, that means whatever the income earned by the government from the other sources is known as mixed income. Just like fines and penalties that we are paying to the government, it is come under the mixed income. Okay, now let us see the precautions here. What are the precautions for this method? Just a minute. I think it's very much simple. It is just similar to that whatever we have seen. Yeah, this one. I think expenditure method, income method we are considering right now. Yes. Yes. Sorry for that. Just go further. That's why. Let us see the precautions. Why the very first, transfer income or transfer payments like scholarship, gifts, donation, charity, old age pension, unemployment allowance should be ignored. While calculating the national income from the income side, these incomes are not taken into consideration. All unpaid service like services of housewife, teacher, teaching his or her child should be ignored. That means in the home, whatever the housewife or mother is going to do, she is continuously working and she is not paid for this, and therefore this services is to be ignored. When if a teacher is teaching his or her child, then these services also the income is not on here and therefore it is ignored. Any income from sale of second-hand goods like car, house, etc. should be ignored. Already we have seen this in the expenditure method, or we have seen this is in the output method, that second-hand goods already that cost is included and therefore its cost is not, again we have to take it into consideration. Okay, next one is income from sale of shares and bonds should be ignored as they do not add anything to real national income. See, whenever there is a sale of shares and bonds, there is not the physical activity, it is the virtual activity we can say, and therefore the income from sale of shares and bonds is ignored, because जब भी शेयर एक कंपनी का दूसरे कंपनी में जाता है तब जब भी ये शेयर जाएगा तो वो शेयर सिर्फ दिखेगा, physical activity is not there. Revenue received by the government through direct taxes should be ignored. The revenue received, just like the income tax and all the taxes, these are to be ignored. Undistributed profit of companies, that means there are so many profits, so many years we can say that profits has been with the company and therefore it is to be ignored. And even the profits from public enterprises, just like the government companies. The last one is imputed value of production kept for self-consumption and imputed rent of owner-occupied houses should be included. That means again the imputed value, just like the farmer जो उसने अपने लिए खुद रखा था, वैसे ही if a owner is residing in his or own house, then that income, that value of the goods is to be excluded. Okay, I think all of you are getting clear about this. So today I'm ending the lecture with this. Till then, do study well. If you have any doubt, you can put your doubt in comment section. Till then, like and subscribe my channel. Bye.